Kicking with the coolest young man you can sit in. Going through some shit will get you right, come and listen. Y'all ain't messing with the starting five, who you kidding? Yeah, it's your mans and them, it's your mans and them. Ladies, you can pull up, we could talk, give advice. Fellas, we could laugh, we could joke about life. Gus, Shake, Kyrie, Bella, Austin, get it right. Yeah, it's your mans and them, it's your mans and them.
You are now watching Your Mans and Them Live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
I'm your man's Austin Felix.
I'm your man's Kyrie, and I'm outside.
And I'm your man Shakespeare.
And we are Your Mans and Them Live, still somewhat quarantined.
Quarantine. Man, are we really still quarantined?
Nah.
First of all, nobody got on masks.
Where we should, nigga. I'm about to look for my man.
I got a haircut. I gotta show this off.
Yo, your barber's open?
Nah, but I mean, yeah.
How this nigga? I'm confused because I seen a lot of people with fresh cuts, and I'm like,
bro, you.
Like, what's going on here?
What's good with you? You all right there?
I'm gonna need a cut.
How you
And
know?
nobody's giving up the spots. Nobody letting us know what's going on.
Cause you look like a snitch, Drew. You look like a snitch. That's why you go and tell on somebody.
You don't got a barber, Drew?
Not his barber.
I got a barber, but
Didn't your barber move to like Minnesota or something like that?
I mean, I can cut your hair.
Nah.
I've been cutting people's hair for like the past couple months.
You won't end up looking like George Lopez if you cut your hair.
Yo, Gus, don't even do that, Gus.
Don't do what? Don't tell me what to do.
Don't falsify like you know how to motherfucking cut hair. Word.
All right, say no more.
That's not how to give buzz cuts. He'll shave his shit bald like he did.
Drew will go from J. Cole to Tupac like that. Like that.
Man.
Whenever I have made the decision to cut my hair, it's always been off of impulse. I've always just said, fuck it.
Nah, but Drew, you gotta get your barber number and text him.
I got my barber number.
Drew
Text him, find out what's up.
Y'all already know what's up with my barber. My barber, Ecuadorian, 18-year-old. He don't even got his license. That nigga at home chilling. He not cutting nobody hair right now.
They probably pulling up to his spot and he getting the cuts. I'm telling you, bro. Just
Ecuadorian.
Yeah, I think he's from Ecuador.
My barber Dominican. You feel me?
Dominican barbers is where it's at.
That nigga fucked my hairline up. I was like, never again, yo.
Nah, Dominicans know how to fade. They know how to cut.
Facts.
Jamaicans be fucking my shit up.
Until your shit.
Jamaicans, my shit be back here.
Your shit was already.
No funny shit. I'm not letting it.
That's because you got a rock head. That's why.
Wow.
Hey yo.
Keeping it on Rockhead. What
only freak out here?
What's new since we met up last week?
So last week, me, you, and first of all, I hate when Gus act like he don't know what's going on. Like,
exactly,
just say what you have to say, bro. Stop trying to act like the narrator. Anyway, last week,
Gus,
and Shake, we went to go protest in Merrick, Long Island. And the turnout was, I heard it was 4,000 people that showed up.
I knew it. I knew it was more than 1,000. I knew it was like 1,000 up.
Yo. And you said it too. You was like, how many people you think is there? I was like, I don't know, but it seems like a lot. And this was my first protest. I know this was Gus' first protest. Shake, was this your first one too?
No, my brother. I've been protesting all my life.
Shit.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh,
damn
shit.
right.
But yeah,
my Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When we first got there, huh?
No, keep going.
When we first got there, I could say for me personally, I automatically started feeling like emotion, like of just, it was a weird feeling because everybody's here for one cause and they all pretty much feel the same way you feel. But to see the turnout, like it was so many different nationalities out there.
There was black people, white people, Hispanic, Bloods, Crips.
No, facts. The gangs was outside. Like it was lit. it was lit, and I was like, wow, like that's the first initial reaction to when we got there.
When I seen it, I was like, damn, I thought it was gonna be like a good 100, 200 people.
Yeah.
Dude, man, look, Kyrie, he put his cousin behind him.
that's Drew. That's the fellow. Yeah, chill, did.
I ain't gonna lie. My spidey senses was heightened. Like,
no, Gus was shook.
I was not shook, but I was.
Yo, let me tell y'all. In the beginning, Gus was like, and then every time I'm like, "Yo, you good?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just watching out. I'm just watching."
Yeah,
like,
man.
Gus was on his.
Cause they've been shooting. You know, you hear things about people shooting rubber bullets. I mean, the cops shooting rubber bullets and stuff. I was looking on the roofs and shit. Like, I was just making sure.
Nigga was looking for snipers. He was looking for snipers.
Yeah, man.
Shake, what about you? How'd you feel out there?
I felt good, man. This is something that I always wanted to do. Being out there marching amongst the people,
holding each other's hands.
No, that didn't happen. Yeah, just like being out there with the people and like just marching for a cause, like being out there for a reason and being part of a movement. Because like I just didn't want to, you know, sit on the sidelines and just not be a part of it. But what I was really looking for was that lady that was telling people, "Oh, don't," because there was a protest prior to the one in Long Island. There was another one before that. And the lady was like, "Oh, get out of here! This protest has nothing to do with George Floyd and this, that, and the third, and all lives matter and all that." I was looking for her. I wanted to bump into her.
Yeah, I saw a couple videos of people going at it with the protesters. But can we say like the feedback that we got from the neighborhoods that we walked through was for the most part different. It was very positive. Like,
yeah, it was surprising.
It was surprising.
I'm proud of y'all for going out there.
Thanks. I wish we could have gone as a unit, but you know we can never collectively do things. You feel me?
Yo, no funny shit.
Don't like me.
I don't even care about this, yo. Y'all niggas didn't even tell me y'all was going, so it's
we
cool.
put it in the chat.
Yes, we did. You
don't answer in the chat.
Yeah,
you answer when you want to.
Bro, we was supposed to go out here in Queens. Niggas disappeared. And then the next thing I know, I see Gus send a picture of y'all marching. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't fuck with them anyways.
Nigga Austin was punching the air.
Nigga Austin was on Twitch. Don't believe him.
I was looking at my phone. I seen the picture. I said,
nigga marching.
I'm disappointed in y'all, bro. I'm disappointed.
It was a lot of it was beautiful. It was
so
beautiful.
I got a couple questions for y'all. Did y'all feel like the thrill? Did you feel like exhilarated? Like, how did you feel? Did you have posters and stuff like that? Or did you just go out there like bare hands and just fists and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's it.
We just went out there as a unit, like not everybody had songs, but it was like the fact that
we are the statement.
Exactly. The fact that we all came together as a unit and just moving out there for a cause. And then like to walk through the neighborhoods like Drew said earlier and then getting applause and all that stuff, people with us honking horns, all that stuff. It's like wow. Wow. So I'm just wondering like where was the people at that was like that wasn't for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they were on Merrick Road, like Merrick Road, probably deeper down on Merrick.
Well, y'all
was all through that neighborhood.
They was in their cribs.
Yo, you remember Drew?
They was there the day before y'all went there. They was out there the day before.
Yeah.
Remember when we left? I mean, remember we was like the last ones to leave? Because I felt like it was two waves.
Yeah, it was.
After y'all left, another wave came. And they went maybe to the areas in which like the people wasn't agreeing with the.
I don't know. I feel like that wave might have just been us separated because it was a group. When we got there, me and you, Gus, it was a big group, but we let a lot of them go by. And then we let more go by when we waited for Shake. So like when me and Gus left you, Shake, we stopped to get pizza and we was in the car. We sitting in the car and a whole nother group of protesters came.
That pizza was good, but
and they had a truck and everything. Like it was a lot of them. but the police were behind them, like they were behind them in a line, making sure they kept it pushing. They wasn't doing that with us. Yeah. But
do y'all feel
overall,
like a statement was made in Long Island?
Yeah.
I feel like a statement is being made all over the world.
Yeah.
The fact that
don't tell us where we supposed to be at, or we gonna come there.
Yeah.
So after this, what do y'all see like in 3 months?
I think it'll be more protesting.
You think the protests will go on still?
Yeah, I think they're
it can't stop.
I think there should be more talks about like how the big companies kind of like be down or whatever like that, and it's like it's so evident that they don't really care. They're just doing it for marketing purposes. I think there should be more posts talking about how they're trying to just be, save face, whatever like that.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's what they're doing.
So we know, so they know that we know that they BSing or whatever. But yeah, I think that should be the next thing.
Yeah, that's kind of an iffy topic, because it's like I want to believe that there are like companies out there who are good and like they don't support an unjust system, but it's like it didn't seem genuine because of how fast paced everything was happening with the looting and the rioting. So it seemed like they were making statements just to save their brand or their company. But I feel like a lot of them do, they do exercise that, racial equality in the workplace and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I don't think it's like too crazy of like racism.
How can you the thing is, you wouldn't be able to tell either way. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell whether or not it's being genuine.
Yeah, keep talking, Drew.
Unless you wouldn't be able to tell unless it's genuine, or if they just, bro, it's not that funny. This nigga's dying of laughter. It's not that funny.
Yo, Drew, stop trying to.
It's not that funny.
It's
not
not
funny. It's not funny. Shut up.
Like, damn. This nigga like the principal Drew,
That's an orange.
Want to come through and kill stuff? Get out of here. Because it's Austin. I got you, friend. You can't talk about my friend. Shut up.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
I forgot what I was saying.
You didn't even invite Austin to the protest. Shut up.
Thanks.
But yeah. Any closing thoughts on this?
The protest was beautiful. And
did y'all take pictures?
I took videos.
Niggas sounded mad salty saying that. Did y'all take
pictures?
You
take pictures?
Videos and pictures. And I would love to go to. I can't wait till.
Gus was out there trying to find protest love.
Yo,
he was looking at some Johns out there. We saw a couple Johns out there. Gus was like,
no.
No protest, no peace. Fuck these
racist
ass police.
Gus was there. So
yo, huh? What'd you say?
You walk up to a girl and be like, walk up to a girl at a protest, so what you here for? No? Okay. Moving forward.
Now, but finish what you were saying. You said it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I can't wait to go to another one. I can't wait till we're all able to just come together like this, like without the.
I said I can't wait to go to another one.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to in good spirit. Hopefully it's not connected with police brutality.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just like for something else that's really positive. But to be connected with the people like that.
You felt like you were a part of something that's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
feel you.
I can't wait to go to another protest. It felt like, when you're a part of something like that, you feel like you're a part of change. A couple laws have been put into place or been put into, have been put in motion to be changed. They got the Amy something act. I forgot the name of it. Amy something. Well, it's the act basically that makes it illegal for you to call the police for absolutely no reason, like all the Karens have been doing.
Fucking Karen.
And I think they just passed the Eric Garner Act as well, which makes it illegal to do a chokehold in New York State. So yeah, it's about time that, you know, that the pressure has been put on, you know, officers, not just to not be racist, but to hold yourselves accountable. Because like, it's like when you put on that shield, I understand you got to protect yourself, but at the same time, you cannot forget that you're dealing with another human being. When you start treating the people you're supposed to protect like animals, and then why are you afraid when we bite back? That don't make sense. So let's treat the same people that you protect with the same respect that you would want. And I see that the commissioner, the captain of the NYPD, something like that, went on the news talking about, oh, respect the NYPD. We'll start respecting the NYPD when the NYPD start respecting the people.
Right.
They don't even respect
Absolutely.
themselves. They don't even respect themselves.
Absolutely.
Right, on lighter news.
Moving on.
Lighter news.
Kyrie's sitting there like that nigga couldn't wait to talk about this.
All right, let's go, Kyrie. Let's go.
Kyrie, take the lead.
About to get mad mosquito.
Nah,
bites.
let me introduce it.
Let me introduce it. All right.
So, B. Simone, if anybody don't know her.
Wait, talking about we there already?
Huh?
We there. We
Yeah,
turn
we
the
there.
lights is on. We there.
Ready.
So
What B stand for?
I have no idea. Boyfriend.
What does it stand for?
I don't know.
What's her?
I don't. What would you categorize her as? Like, is she like she's like an actor, entrepreneur?
She's
Not
comedian,
funny.
entrepreneur.
Nigga, Shay said
Somebody
not funny.
said that.
Public figure.
Public figure.
She's an influencer.
Influencer. Yeah.
She's an influencer.
Influencer. Okay. Well,
Influencer.
she came on.
She still work for Nick Cannon, but she got a book.
She not.
Yeah, but she. All right. Let me just finish. God, Kyrie, damn.
Start asking questions.
All right.
You taking too long. Let's go.
All right, so boom. So basically,
On the
she
way.
came out. She was in an interview with Nick Cannon, and they were talking about dating preferences. And he asked, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw that clip.
So
And
she was on a conference call with her boss. Continue.
and she basically said that a guy who has a 9-to-5 is out the conversation. She's not dating a guy who has a 9-to-5, and she felt like entrepreneurs should only date entrepreneurs. And everybody went ham on her. I feel like majority of the people went ham on her and was coming at her saying all types of shit. So what are y'all thoughts on this?
I feel like
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with her preference. I watched the video a couple times, and I didn't think she didn't say anything ill intent about people who work 9 to 5. She just said that
Yes, she did.
I prefer she didn't. What'd she say?
She said you can't build generational wealth working 9 to 5.
She
Can
said
we play the clip?
that in the video?
Yeah.
She said that in the video?
Yeah, she did.
I'll
Can you
play
play
it.
that in the clip?
She did? I ain't see that. Maybe it's just y'all seen the whole clip?
Shut up.
Who's playing it?
I got it.
All right.
Oh shit.
That might have been when she was on live with somebody else clearing up her thing.
Okay, so there's another video now?
Yeah,
she
there's a
went-
video of her clarifying.
Why not? If you don't want to have an honest job.
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status.
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like he can't clock in and clock out. Damn,
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic.
I'm sure, but no, you're not gonna understand my lifestyle. You're not gonna understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you making
And
this
you,
hard. Okay, all right.
you know, he has to be an entrepreneur.
A business owner. He getting one of them
Yes.
stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of the small business loans. He ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
All right,
He can't have
Oh, it was another video when she said that.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
video of her
it's-
talking with
that-
another
that-
girl.
I was speaking
That's
of
right.
just that first video. In that first video, she was just speaking about her preference. She didn't say anything about the reasons like why working 9 to 5 is bad.
But they always mess up. They always mess up in the cleanup. They always mess up in the cleanup, bro.
So what's she saying in the cleanup? What's she saying in the cleanup?
Kyrie just said it.
That's it?
There's one of many things in that video. I think it's on Instagram. But she was basically clarifying what she meant. But I feel like why, like at this point, just stand on what you said. Like when people clarify, they just make an ass of themselves.
Make it worse.
Yeah. So my opinion is, I don't think there's anything wrong with her preference. I think it's a little too, what's the word you said, Austin? Shallow. I agree with you on that because I feel like people equate entrepreneurs' lifestyles as if you can't do the same if you're not the same type of person when you work 9 to 5. Like I'm not an entrepreneur, so I can't really speak on that. But from what I know, to me, when it comes to personality, it doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. It's just who you are as a person and your work ethic. Like I feel like most of the time, some people assume that entrepreneurs are rich, which is actually not the case. And entrepreneurs are, you know, obviously they have to work extra hours, but they make it seem like 9 to 5, like you're literally working just 9 to 5. Depends on your job. Definitely certain people are working more than 9 to 5. I know for a fact me.
True.
Most Americans are working more than 9 to 5.
Yeah, like to me, I like I said, I don't have a problem with her preference. I just feel like she didn't need to say 9 to 5. She could have said, "Yo, I just want to date entrepreneur." That right there, like there was no need to bring a 9 to 5er in the conversation. Like, what was the point of mentioning them?
Just, I think
like
because
that is a good point, Kyrie.
Doing what she's doing.
Listen, I don't have like your preference is your preference. I'll never judge you off that. But at the end of the day, you think that you're gonna find the same love with an entrepreneur that you want, and you may find that with a 9 to 5. Like she's saying that nobody may understand her lifestyle. That's not true. They may understand it, they not live it, but they may understand it. If you love somebody, you're gonna make something work no matter what. Like that shit. To me, I think that was just a little shallow. Like I said, her preference is preference. There's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it's like just talk about entrepreneurs. Just say like, you know, you want to date entrepreneurs. And then when you say CEOs, like y'all think all CEOs are not, you don't think there's CEOs that work 9 to 5? I'm confused. If you're a CEO, how many hours are you really working?
About most likely, if you're a CEO, you're probably working 2 days for every 1 working day.
Bro, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah.
Oh, what happened?
I know CEOs that come in.
They put in more work. Yeah, they put in more work.
But I know CEOs that come in 2 days a week and play golf the rest of the week.
Oh.
They play golf. Like, come on now. Like,
here's the thing.
Out there grinding with you on this. Like, some of them are in the meetings room. They're talking to you. You know, they in your face. They hanging out with you. I know some CEOs that are out there playing golf Thursday, Friday, coming in Tuesday, Wednesday.
I don't know what it is about being a CEO in golf. Like, for some reason, niggas who own companies, they play golf. It's weird.
I think it's just status. It's just a status symbol. It's a status of wealth, just like smoking a cigar. You got some.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Like
I got
Rolex or something like that.
Hold on, let me just interject. Let me just interject real quick. So,
go ahead, Drew.
Basically, I'm gonna go from the beginning. What you said. You said that most entrepreneurs aren't rich, right? And I definitely agree with that statement. I don't feel
80% of small businesses fail.
Right, I know that. Most businesses don't even make it past the 3-year mark.
Yeah. So some of the average salaries are about $65,000.
All right, someone came prepared for this for this podcast. Nigga was like,
one more thing to say.
I love that.
Wait, God,
I'm sorry.
Got it.
People don't understand between revenue and profit. It's a simple accounting class you can take to understand what these things cost. Just because someone makes $1 million doesn't mean they're taking out.
Absolutely.
Overhead costs, expenses, all that. Sometimes you could end up with a negative depending on how much employees you have, depending on how much expenses you have.
Yes.
So when people having all these revenues, you gotta really look past it and be like, okay, maybe the profit technically is $200,000.
Just because
that's still a good thing.
Just because your business brings in $1 million doesn't mean you go home with $1 million.
No.
I know this.
I have a question.
But let me go. Hold up.
I'm just saying, I have a question when you're done.
All right. So you were equating the amount of money an entrepreneur makes compared to a 9 to 5. When she never said that. She never said I want me a big ass baller. He gotta be rich. He gotta be this. She never said that.
That CEO.
No, Nick Cannon said CEO. Just because you're a CEO doesn't mean you're rich. If you're
agreed.
but a CEO does not mean you're rich.
A CEO definitely makes way more money than the average American.
But I think you're thinking that you just.
If you're a CEO, let
me
me finish.
I got you. Let me. Hold on. How you go?
Come on,
go ahead.
I'm a CEO.
Come on,
If you're a CEO,
come on,
Productions.
Productions CEO, Austin Phillips, you heard?
Kyrie, I mean, Drew, this was just to go with what you were saying.
I'm listening.
It was basically saying that, like, a CEO, what does the CEO mean?
It's the highest ranking person in the company. That's all the CEO is.
And there's small companies and there's big companies, all right?
Exactly.
Hold on. Let me interject. Not all CEOs are the top notch. You got an owner, you got the founder, you got the partner. All depends on how you break the cycle.
No. You're missing my point. I'm not talking.
Go ahead. I get what you're saying, but I could interject that.
With what? Y'all
Like,
niggas gonna stop interrupting me. All
I
four of y'all.
I saw your face when Gus interjected. You was like,
First of all, you on the beach. Nobody care about you talking about.
Max, where's the coconut at, nigga?
Listen, so I'm just gonna say this. You were talking about it as if it was just because you're a CEO doesn't mean you're making a certain amount of money. It just means you're the chief executive of your company. That's all it means. And if you're a CEO, then most likely you're an entrepreneur, right? If you own a business, you're an entrepreneur.
No.
Not necessarily.
Not all CEOs own their businesses.
Okay, all right. But if you're the head of your own business, then you're an entrepreneur. If you have a business and you're the head of it, you're the CEO of your own business.
You can
right?
you can be a CEO of a business that you don't own.
You could be a COO, you could be a CFO.
Oh my God. So listen, this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say.
James Dolan is the CEO. He inherited that from his father.
This is what I'm trying to say. She never said anything about money.
No,
she made her opinion off of lifestyle. And I know for a fact, a 9-to-5 lifestyle is different from an entrepreneur's lifestyle.
Not every 9 to 5 is different. Not every 9 to 5 is different than an entrepreneur. It all depends on how you run your business.
Some people
if you work 9 to 5,
get paid to fly. Get paid to fly.
Y'all are missing the point. Y'all are missing the point.
But I'm saying, no, I get your point, but you gotta bring the other side into it too. Some people who work 9 to 5 are getting paid to fly out, go to different countries, go to different areas of the world to handle their business.
That's fine.
But an entrepreneur may not do that. So the same thing she's looking for within an entrepreneur, the entrepreneur spirit may be in the person that works a 9 to 5.
Okay, let me.
No, Gus, put your hand down. I'm not done. I'm not done. I am not done. I've been getting jumped in. Anyway, listen. So just because you work a 9 to 5, she's talking about lifestyle. So she's saying y'all talking about, oh, you could work a 9 to 5 and travel. We talking about most 9 to 5 workers in America. They go to work, they clock in, they go home, they clock out. They get 3 weeks of vacation per year. They have to stay. They have to go to a certain job. They don't get the opportunity to be traveling and whatever. An entrepreneur's lifestyle is different. Even though they work twice as hard to make the same amount of money as a 9 to 5, as a person who's on a 9 to 5, they still have more flexibility. An entrepreneur, if he runs his own business, if he's doing his own thing, he may be making $50K a year. That don't mean that he still has the flexibility to be like, all right, well, I'm not this week. I'm taking off and I'm doing this.
I disagree.
So this week I'm working 16 hours and I don't have to wake up at 9 a.m. for 7 a.m. for work.
Drew,
yeah.
The only way you could apply that is if you're a successful business owner. If you're not successful, you're gonna be damn near working 20 hours a day to get your shit up and running, depending on how your lifestyle works. So when people are saying, "Oh, if she want to take a flight, she's successful. She can do that." If you're not successful and you're an entrepreneur, you can't just go and take a flight and then come back. I mean, you can if you're running a risk of your business.
I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking about you have more of a flexibility.
I said I had a question after Drew. I said I had a question.
Let him ask his question, Gus.
Yo, I'm trying to help your punk ass.
Are you taking a middle finger, bro?
I don't need help.
Yes, you do.
I don't need help.
Go ahead, Shake.
So my question is,
What's your question?
if she's looking for an entrepreneur as well, right? So if the person you're with is an entrepreneur and you're an entrepreneur, isn't there a possibility that they could have conflicting schedules that wouldn't make the relationship possible?
Yes.
Correct.
It's a good.
Yes. That's definitely
true.
possible.
But-
However,
But a relationship.
However-
hold on. Can I talk now? Can I
go
talk?
ahead.
Thank
This gets mad, bro.
Damn, shit. A relationship could break either way. If you are an entrepreneur and the other person isn't, because she has more free time or he has more free time than you because she is working a 9 to 5 and you're not, it could fuck up. If y'all both entrepreneurs, y'all never seen each other, it could fuck up. So you really have no argument, shit. Secondly,
I didn't have an argument. I had a question. So
all
what
right.
are you
Now the
talking
question
about?
is,
I didn't have an argument. I had a
Hold
question.
on.
Big T. I had a question, Big T.
it didn't hit.
Nah, he made a point though. What are you talking about? The whole point B. Simone was making is that the lifestyle. He said that it can have conflicting lifestyle because two entrepreneurs grinding, they may not have the time to have a successful relationship because they're not gonna see each other.
Yeah, but they would both understand that because they're both entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
Rather than someone who's working a 9 to 5 who's used to being at home in bed at 8 o'clock every night and wondering why his girl is not home and it's 1 in.
Not every 9 to 5 is gonna think like that. Not every 9 to 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can't assume every 9 to 5 is gonna be like, yo, I don't understand. Nah, they probably respect the person they're with, their passion.
Listen,
what they're doing, they trust them.
This is what I took from it. All right. She got a little buzz. She got a little popularity. She doing things, blah, blah, blah. I feel like since she had to make the statement saying that she can't do, she said 9 to 5, no. Like, she had to make it clear for that. I feel like she was setting herself, making a preference that was shallow. Like, the whole preference is shallow. I feel like if you could still be with somebody who works a 9 to 5 and things work perfectly fine, right? But for her saying, "Oh, he's not gonna understand my lifestyle," or he's not, or like that don't make sense, bro. Like
That's
somebody
an
who works a
assumption.
9 to 5 could be working just as hard as you do. The fact that they have a set schedule and a set income is different than what you do. You're in the midst of who knows what. So like I feel like it was shallow, bro. Like
Also, let me ask you this.
Like put it.
real quick.
Can I just ask something real quick before you talk again?
Well, she got money. She got money. She want a nigga with money, basically.
Thank you. That's all she had to say. I would have
Literally,
respected
bro.
it. That's all she had to say.
She want a nigga that's popping. She's there. She's in that little position. Blah blah blah. She want a nigga that's popping.
And my thing is, I feel like her business savvy or whatever the case may be is dependent on her popularity. If she loses, what are you talking about?
But that's just a business in general. Like business does.
All right, it's
popularity.
Okay. So why are you cutting me off?
My bad.
I feel like the business is dependent on her popularity. So at any point, she could take a hit. If you're dating an entrepreneur, you have to hope that he won't take that same hit.
But we don't know what type of businesses she has on the
side.
side.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Can I?
Yeah, but you're saying about her popularity.
I'm just saying, if her business is based, if her business is based off her popularity, right?
Right.
She has to make sure that her popularity is up to continue to make money from her business, right?
Maybe.
Right? Pretty soon, most likely as an entrepreneur, as every entrepreneur, you take hits, you have peaks and you have losses.
Right.
If you're dating an entrepreneur, you have to hope that when you're taking a loss, he's at his peak.
No,
I understand. I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but if your finances are set up for you, if you take a big loss, you're still good. You shouldn't have any problem. Like your business will hurt momentarily, but if your finances are good and you are very good at investing and all that other shit, you got other side business and whatnot, you be okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
Don't have
As an influencer, as that she is.
Yeah.
You see a lot of these social media influencers come and go. You see it all the time. That's why I said her business is based off her popularity.
Yeah, but that's not an accurate thing.
My nigga, like,
why you get so tight whenever someone says something against what you say?
Because
nigga, relax.
I'm not mad because you say something against what I say. I'm not saying because you said something against what I'm saying. Well, I'm trying to make a point, and you're bringing in a whole nother point, talking about, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
But I'm bringing in a rebuttal. We're having a conversation.
What rebuttal are you bringing?
I'm telling you, you said that her business is based off of her popularity, and I'm saying it's very possible that she can have a business that runs on its own without her popularity.
And why did I say that?
You tell me.
Because she's a social media influencer, and I just said we see a lot of social media influencers come and go.
Absolutely.
That's what my opinion was based off of.
I know you have the right to your opinion, but I'm just saying it's very possible. It's very possible that she can have a business that runs separately of her social media page.
I was in a.
Now, Kyrie has something to say. Kyrie,
nah, fuck that. This is from personal experience.
Nah, you're not gonna talk.
Doing videos and shit like that.
Nah.
I had to kind of run as if as if I'm an entrepreneur. And even as a personal trainer, like I have no set schedule. It's like whenever I can get money, I gotta go get it. And that was one conflict in my relationship. And I always thought that if she had a similar business, or if she was working on a situation where it depended on more commission,
she would understand.
She would understand. But that's not always guaranteed.
It's not. But
I understand that. I do understand that, and especially if you were two entrepreneurs, one entrepreneur is just better than the other one. Like if one person can handle their business is more organized than the other one, there's gonna be conflict. But I think that we're just digging deeper than what she's actually saying.
I agree.
Exactly.
I think we're putting more emotion into
people are triggered. People are triggered when it comes to this.
Yeah.
What emotion? I don't know her.
It's emotion, like basically you're talking about how you feel rather than just being like basically.
People feel attacked.
Yeah.
Bro, influencers, celebrities, rich people who got money and got a buzz. How many of them you think want somebody who is basically
the same as them?
Not the same as them. Not the same as them. So she's basically putting it out there. Hey, all you basic niggas, I don't want you. I want a nigga that is making money and an entrepreneur. That's her purpose. It's shallow as fuck. I mean, it's just, I think it's shallow as fuck. That's my opinion, but
I feel like
that's literally what it is. Like now, that's a whole different conversation whether an entrepreneur can have a healthy relationship with someone who's not an entrepreneur. That's a different conversation. I feel like that's not the conversation that they was having though.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so did you watch the second? Did you watch the second?
Kyrie did have something to say, and then now he's.
Yeah, there's a clip she was talking with one of her homegirls. I guess it was her homegirl. I don't know who it was, to be honest. I'm chatting, but I just seen two people on the Instagram video clip.
Did y'all see what Tory Lanez said?
Hold on, before that, let me see.
Yeah, I seen Tory Lanez tweet.
What?
You just zoned out. He was talking. Wait, I just asked you, what was
this guy Kyrie,
Otis. But what did Tory Lanez say? Fuck it.
He said, LOL, I guess no one told my dog B Simone that the world got a lot of people who work a 9-to-5 that get more money than some of your favorite rappers, entertainers. For me, on the other hand, all y'all ladies with 9-to-5s hit my line. I got time. PS, and that rhymes. She never said nothing about money. Never.
Bro, when it comes to CEO status,
bro, she
it's
says
a label that comes with it. If you tell me you don't want somebody with a 9-to-5, that means that
didn't say CEO. Nick Cannon said
CEO.
And she agreed. She agreed. Once you say yes, once you say, Gus, if somebody comes to you and say, do you want something to eat? Yes. If somebody said, "Oh, Gus didn't say he wanted something to eat," the waiter did. What? You
But
said
don't
yes.
think money
You
not a
want something
factor,
to eat.
bro. Money is definitely a factor.
You know, I personally think that money is a factor, but I'm going by what she said. And she
Bro, we
never
have to have a
said
conversation. We
she
have to
never
have a
said anything
conversation.
about money.
Once
I
Nick
don't
Cannon,
understand.
once
boss. That's what she
once
wants. She
Nick
wants
Cannon
a
said,
boss.
and our boss is broke.
She still wants a boss.
Our boss is broke. I asked the question.
Yeah, but you could be a boss of a company and you making
Our-
60K.
our
I'm trying to
boss
answer
is
your
broke.
question.
They can't be.
You're
They
not
You can
answering
make
my
you could
question.
be a boss of your company and make 60K a year. That's not rich.
What boss is making 60K a year?
What?
That's bro. I
What
can't.
boss
Bro.
is making 60K a
I
year?
can't, bro.
If I own a
Because clearly-
laundromat, if I owned the laundromat and I was bringing in 30 to 40K a year, am I still a boss?
You might as well work a 9 to 5 because there's people working 9 to 5 to make 30, 40K a year.
Yeah, but there's
What are you talking about?
entrepreneurs who
It's
love the
my own
lifestyle.
It's
He
my
love
own
they
business.
they like owning their own business. They like the lifestyle.
Question.
I'm retired right now.
All right, Gus, I want to know, since you said you had
Oh.
past experiences, do you feel like
Hold on, let me clarify.
Wow.
I have past experiences where my work life affected my relationship because our basically relationship schedule wasn't clicking.
because you was more of an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I was focusing more on building my business than putting more time into the relationship because
Do you feel like you're looking for your next partner to be an entrepreneur?
Yes. She doesn't have to be completely entrepreneur. She can have she can be entrepreneur, but she can also have a 9 to 5.
What's a partialpreneur?
So you don't mind.
Both. Yeah, she can do both.
You don't have a preference.
Oh, so you really
Yeah,
don't,
I don't have a preference.
Yeah, so you really don't want a preference. You want somebody who has a mindset like you, who wants to grind out and get it, and is gonna keep himself busy.
Yeah.
So it's not about being an entrepreneur. It's about their mindset.
No.
It's about the understanding. I agree with that.
Honestly, if I process what you just said, like it's possible to be an entrepreneur and to have a 9 to 5.
But wouldn't you say that's a mindset?
Huh?
Wouldn't you say that's a mindset?
Okay, yeah. A hustler's mindset, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't care if they're entrepreneurs. You just want a hustler mindset.
Yeah.
So when somebody says you don't understand my lifestyle, technically that's a personality trait because that person could be working a 9 to 5 but could be hustling.
Right. I agree with that.
So
yeah, you could grind just as hard, not for money. Like if you're into fitness, let's say you work 9 to 5, you wake up 4 in the morning, you do your exercises, you do your workout, you go do your job, you come home, like you're grinding for something, like you're working hard for something.
Yeah,
it's just
I agree. I agree.
So
She should have. Sorry.
Nah, go ahead. No, you like.
All I was gonna say, she should have said she wants somebody that, if it was really important to her, she should have said she wanted somebody who understands her lifestyle and won't try to break the relationship or won't for it. Like if you understand my lifestyle, cool, good. Like I don't want to hear no complaining, no insecurities, no whatever. But
yeah, I don't think that's what she meant though.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, she made her statement how she wanted to. It's just I mean, I feel like multiple celebrities or influencers would make that statement, to be honest.
A lot of people date in their industry. A lot of people get married or get married to the person that's at their job. Like a lot of people like date within.
Yo, look at Curry face.
Nah, I'm saying a lot of people do.
A lot of people date, but doesn't mean it works out. Because if you think about
anything.
If you think about
These are absolutes, man.
Okay, so you can't say that many people do such things if you're saying there's no absolute.
I can say many people do it. I wasn't talking about the success rate of the shit, was we?
But you said many people do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, they can get married. They can also get a divorce too.
Okay, you're right. You have a point.
So my question,
I almost flipped my whole phone.
My question is
wired, bro. Damn.
My question is, so if B. Simone saying she's looking for somebody who understands her lifestyle, I'm guessing that somebody who has the same lifestyle as her would, one, understand when she travels and can't really be around, and two, is she expecting a high success rate because that person understands her lifestyle with that relationship?
I feel like also.
Wait, what was your question?
You didn't hear him?
Is
What's so funny? I'm asking. I don't know. I must have missed it. I was asking what the question was.
I quit the show.
Hey, I can answer your question. I don't think, honestly, I don't think that she was thinking that far. I think she can just hope that the nigga's successful. You know, I don't think she's thinking about the worst case scenario or the downs of being an entrepreneur. I just think she just thinking about, like, in my perfect world, this would be convenient for my life. Somebody who's making money and being a boss, having their own business.
Hey, listen, man. There's small successful and there's big successful. You think she was talking about somebody who's small successful? You think she's talking about Ak, who owns 6 fucking deli groceries in New York? No, she ain't talking about that.
Maybe.
Or Gus,
or
Gus with his laundromat that makes $30K a year.
If y'all niggas really think think about that, she was talking about that, y'all bugging, bro.
Facts.
Y'all
in her DM.
I don't think y'all being realistic.
I think that you should clarify that shit, though. That's funny. Like, if I own a business, no matter how much, I believe, if I own a business, no matter how much money I'm making, I'm a boss. At the end of the day,
you are. You absolutely
are.
are.
I have employees. I'm a boss. I'm employing myself. I'm a boss.
Hey, if she said, I'm looking for somebody who's an entrepreneur, when Nick Cannon said CEO, she said yes. I'm pretty sure she wasn't thinking about nobody that make about $30K a year. I'm pretty sure she wasn't thinking about nobody that make $40K a year, because I know a lot of people who work 9 to 5 that make that same amount annually. I'm pretty sure
that's not what she wanted.
She could have easily said that she wanted to do with money.
Easily.
And we would have
easily said no. See, hold on, Kyrie, hold on, because it's like, if that was the case, then you can say, okay, she don't care about a 9 to 5. If you was bringing home $300K a year working a 9 to 5, why would she? If she was really focusing on the bread, why would she care about that?
Because Gus, why would she mention 9 to 5? Because there's plenty of people 9 to 5 making $300K or above. If you so concerned about an entrepreneur, then what does the money have to do with it if it's the lifestyle you want?
And that's what I'm saying.
All right, Gus, tell me this, Gus. Professional athlete. You telling me if a professional athlete who doesn't have a sneaker deal, who doesn't, isn't looking to create a young professional athlete slide in her DM, you think she ain't gonna listen? She ain't gonna respond?
Of course she's gonna respond.
Okay, it's about the money, bro. Like, that's it.
Yes.
I don't understand.
They don't want to say it.
Okay,
there's a lot of athletes who are not entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
But they big time people. They got money. They got that NBA or NFL contract.
Right.
Right. You telling me she gonna turn them down?
Listen, I ain't mad at her.
Just because they're not entrepreneurs, you tell me she gonna turn them down? Get the fuck out of here.
Go ahead, Curry.
That was me.
I think maybe she's being realistic too.
Go ahead, Curry.
She's being shallow.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with her having standards. I just think that she opens herself up to criticism when she speaks, because I know she's a public figure, influencer, and people are allowed to dissect her opinion, because at the day she left a blank. She had a blank in a statement. She brought in 9 to 5. So people who work 9 to 5s are gonna feel some type of way, because you're not exactly clarifying what you mean by 9 to 5. Why did you mention 9 to 5? If you strictly want entrepreneur, just say you want entrepreneur. There's no reason to bring a 9 to 5 up in the conversation. We all know the opposite of entrepreneur is a 9 to 5.
Listen, once you
here's my all right.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing. If somebody who works a 9 to 5, granted, granted, brings in the amount of money that they have, it's like bringing home $300K, probably making more than she does, and she just put a whole bunch of 9 to 5ers in a category. Now you gotta understand, with these influencers, they words sometimes be low to certain people. So now it's like you just put all the 9-to-5ers in the group, and then it's like, say you try to, you know, talk to somebody who listens to B. Simone, like they looking for somebody who don't work a 9-to-5. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a hustler? Like that's like they have influence like that, making them influencers. That's why sometimes their words can be law.
When I could say
For
this
some
though,
people.
when it comes to people's preference,
Mhm.
me personally, that shit don't bother me at all. I work a 9-to-5. If B. Simone don't want niggas who work 9-to-5s, I'm completely fine with that. You know why? Because there's
Because I
someone
don't want
out
to be
there.
Simone.
That's number one. And there's someone out there. There's someone out there who will want me. And number two is I could say I don't like BBWs, right?
That's your
That's a
preference.
lie.
That's my preference.
It's
If
just
I
a
say
shallow
I don't like,
That's it. It's your preference. It's just
how
shallow.
is that a
That's it.
shallow preference?
But I don't think
That's a
nobody's saying that's not her preference, that she should be allowed to say that. I think it's like when you lump somebody in a category and saying that they don't understand their lifestyle. That's what I have a problem with. It's like
it was an
If I was a
assumption.
fan of hers, I would have been offended.
yeah, like I bought your book, Manifestation. I ain't manifestation.
She wrote a book.
I bought your book with my 9-to-5 money.
I clocked in and read your book on the clock.
With my 9-to-5 money, I bought your book and your lip gloss and all that stuff you sell. People that work
Basically,
9 to
she made
5
9-to-5
is
look
supporting
bad.
you.
She made it look bad, and she as an influencer,
Oh man,
you can't say shit like that. Like you should have just said, "Oh, I want an entrepreneur." That's it.
Yeah,
Don't make nobody
exactly.
else look bad in doing so.
Exactly. I just feel like if it's a preference, but there's no reason to bring a 9-to-5. If you want an entrepreneur, just say that.
It's crazy how. Sorry.
go ahead, Gus.
Don't say what you
No,
don't
go ahead,
like.
Gus. It's your floor. It's yours. It's your show.
That's why it's
I'm
shallow.
gonna say. First of all, I would say that realistically, I'm ask y'all a question. You can have a preference. Do you always follow the preference? Are you flexible?
Am I drunk?
Yo,
I mean, no, that's a good question. That's a valid question,
bro.
That's a
Why
valid
you
I
the
know
man,
all of you guys heard of stories where Shorty or dude was like, yo, that wasn't my type. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I wasn't looking for it. It came up to me. That's how
I
love
don't know
is.
no celebrities that did that though.
Because a lot of
No, there's a celebrity who married a regular person.
A basic bitch.
I don't know.
I think
I know who I'm talking
it's
about.
a lady too. I think Tia, Tamara, one of them, they married
Maybe.
that
But I'm pretty sure there's celebrities out there who just married like regular working class people.
I think it's more celebrities than celebrities that actually marry celebrities. Because think about it. You got two celebrities in a picture. Like sometimes I feel like it's not always gonna work out how they seem. But that could be said for everyday person.
Yo, Kyrie, your
I
picture,
agree
bro.
with
This like just seeing the top of your head. Like,
like a baby.
It look like he's holding you like
Like,
like a baby.
this is my son, Otis Jr.
My second thing.
I just want to put Otis there because Gus said no, we're not here to see Otis, so I just want to put that there so niggas know.
My second thing I was going to ask was like, so if based off of you saying that this is what you don't want to do, you can make something look bad. Like saying I don't want to date a person who works 9 to 5. That can spark emotion if you feel like, oh wow, she looking down upon 9 to 5.
As a public figure, I wouldn't say that this is like I'm not looking for this. I'm not looking for this. I would say I'm looking for this. That way, I'm not making it seem like I'm shitting on everybody else who's in these other categories.
Because that's
when you become shallow. It's like why you shitting on them just because
sweet dookie
that's
on
not
all
your
the
preference.
9 to 5.
Why do you absolutely? I mean, I can agree and understand that. Okay, it could come across that way, but you are also agreeing that she's trying to shit on 9 to 5. Are you saying that?
Yes, nigga.
I think that's what most people are saying. They're saying that she's sitting on 9 to 5s.
I don't.
Shade.
I don't think so either.
Thank you. All right, but
I don't
three of
think so
y'all
either.
think so. Three of y'all.
All right, can I ask y'all a question? Have
I'm
y'all
listening
been seeing how a lot of social media influencers have been getting canceled? Y'all know B. Simone.
The flat tummy tea lady.
Yeah. You know, B. Simone was one of those people that got canceled because she said her Christian.
The hell is that?
That's Austin. Austin did it.
So
What I did?
So she basically said her Christianity has her conflicted. I think it was over the George Floyd situation. No, she said her Christian views won't allow her to get involved or something like that.
She said, let's leave it up to God or something like that.
In regards to what?
In regards
of the protesting and everything like that.
She said she's gonna leave it up to God.
Yeah, and then somebody said she's talking about God and being Christian, but she's the same one that be on Instagram in the videos talking about sucking dick. Did everybody just freeze? What the fuck? Nobody hear what I said?
No, I heard you.
That deserves a dramatic pause. She was like, but to rebuttal to that, which is, basically what as a social media or influencer in general, you gotta watch what you say because you can be canceled. But at the same time, if you have a loyal fan base, they'll forgive you. How many people get canceled and 2-3 weeks later they're good? So that's
so I have the tweet.
Who has see what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, Drew. So that's what I'm saying. Drew, go ahead.
I have the tweet. She says, I'm not living to please man. I'm here to please God at the end of the day. I am Christian. I am God-fearing. I have to answer to him. I'm going to ask myself, what would Jesus do? Not what would an angry black woman do? I am angry, but I am also trying to be godly. That's the tweet you talking about, Sheikh?
Yep.
And then she also said after that, she said, doing your part is more than social media. Doing your part is loving your neighbors, praying for the enemy, calling your black friends and checking on them, signing petitions, donating, meditating, looking in the mirror and becoming better. Before I try to leave, let me examine myself. I don't see nothing wrong with what she said.
I just watched the beginning of the video, bro.
You just watched what?
She said that basically shitting on 9 to 5, bro.
You talking about the second video, right?
Not the first one. Nick Cannon said, I'm going to set the whole, I had to see the context before. He basically was like, I'm going to set you up. She said, I want you to set me up on a blind date. He said, blah, 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 blah. I could do that, blah, blah. He said, all right, so what's the prerequisites? She said, older. And then, like, as she was thinking, he can't have a 9 to 5. Like, bro, like, that's the second thing you think about. Like, bro, she was shitting on 9 to 5, bro. You can't tell me that, bro. Like, if that's the second thing you think about when you talk about somebody,
that's probably the most important thing to her.
Exactly, shallow.
That is just shallow thing to think about. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's
We're
shallow.
gonna have to agree. This nigga Kyrie looks so comfortable, bro.
Yeah, I decided to make myself comfortable if I'm gonna be cut off.
Wait, Austin, what's your simple definition of what shallow is?
You are not open-minded. Simply.
Respectfully.
Closed-minded. You're closed-minded. How about that?
So if I have a preference that says I only want this specific thing or I like this specific way, I'm shallow. The only
when you say that your preference and then you cut out like what Austin said, then you shit on something else.
But what did she say that shitted on anything?
Besides
she shit on a 9 to 5, nigga. Bro,
say what she said to shit on a 9 to 5.
Bro, it's not even just what she said, bro. It's her body language, how she said it. The second, in the whole context, bro. The second thing she said in her preference. She can't have a 9 to 5. Like, she jumped back. You can't have a 9 to 5. Like it's the end of the fucking world. Listen. You come across people who say, oh, no, I don't date dark-skinned guys, right? And then you come across people who say, I'm attracted to light-skinned guys. Like, there's a difference between those two people. One is shallow.
Oh.
Now it's old.
First you switch words. First you say, now what if she said, I only date light-skinned guys, right? That's basically saying that she.
That's fine.
That's what he just said, though.
No, but
That's fine.
No, basically he was saying the way she said it is like you saying I'm attracted to light-skinned guys is different from you saying I don't date dark-skinned men.
You know how they say it's not what you say, but how you say it. If she would have just said,
it goes
I prefer
along with
somebody who's
personality.
if she would have just said, I prefer somebody who's an entrepreneur. Hey, do your thing. That's none of my business. But if you say, oh, I don't want nobody who got 9 to 5, and then they say, I want an entrepreneur.
They're not gonna understand my lifestyle.
Okay, I understand.
Like, it's just so extra. Like, listen, I respect that she has standards. I have standards. We all got standards.
I got standards.
So like,
yeah, that's like saying, oh, like if your mom said to somebody on the phone, oh, Gus used to make a lot of mistakes as a kid, and then pick up the phone and say, Gus used to doo-doo in the bed, like that's something completely different. That's something completely different. You ain't have to say that. You didn't have to let
Gus look like he used to doo-doo in the bed. Look at him. How you sitting?
Nigga, you like you was born in the grass.
That was whack as fuck.
Shake laughed though.
Shut up, Orange.
Shake laughed.
I was laughing at my joke.
I'll take that, but that
Okay.
Gus, I don't know where the fuck that one came
jokes
from.
together.
Listen,
Anyway,
man.
we're gonna have to agree that I don't agree with y'all.
So you don't agree with,
but I understand what y'all are saying. I understand what y'all are saying.
You agree with me, Drew?
I didn't take it like that, but I understand how y'all could feel.
Let me ask you something, Drew. So let me ask you something. Right?
You think people shouldn't be triggered?
I think if you're triggered, it says something about you.
Nah, I disagree.
So if your girl dubbed you today because say your girl was a B Simone fan, because your girl's an entrepreneur, right or wrong?
Right.
So if your girl's a B Simone fan and she would have dubbed you today, like, yo, B Simone said, I need an entrepreneur. I need an entrepreneur. So if B Simone dubbed you and said, oh, I need an entrepreneur, and she dubbed you because you work a 9 to 5, is that fair?
That's definitely fair. That's fair to me because that's her preference. She doesn't want to be with me because I'm not an entrepreneur.
You and then decided to change up because of what B Simone said.
I'm fine with that because there will be someone out there who accept me for me with my 9 to 5.
Drew take L's like a chick, bro.
You're acting like your feelings won't get hurt. Don't act
No. My feelings might get hurt, but
okay.
I'm gonna accept it because that's her preference. You understand? It's a difference. I'm not getting triggered by that because there will be somebody out there who takes me with my 9 to 5.
We agree with that, but what we're saying is, if Shake said if he broke up with you because, God forbid, hopefully this never happens. If she said because you're not an entrepreneur, Jew, I want to be an entrepreneur.
You don't understand my lifestyle.
I want to be with CEO. You clock in. I don't want to be with somebody that clocks in. How would you?
I would be hurt. I'd be hurt. Okay. But I'm saying I would take the pain, but I'd be okay. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
If she tell you that you don't understand her lifestyle, how you feel about somebody telling you that you don't understand their lifestyle?
Thank you. Like what?
If I really didn't understand her lifestyle.
No, but you do. This is the thing. You do.
Now y'all saying two different things.
You do. And then they leave you saying that you don't understand.
If she feels like I don't understand her lifestyle and she wants to leave me, that's her fine. If I feel like I do understand it and she still wants to go, she can go.
Okay, let me give you a story.
I keep flipping the script, bro.
Let me give you a story.
Me?
Yes.
I dated a girl.
I'm flipping the script. He's just responding to it.
Nah, you heard what he said? Y'all not listening. You gotta listen, bro.
He
still went out 2 ways, bro. He still said, nah, if this is the case, no. You do understand her lifestyle. She leaves you because she's telling you that you don't understand it. You don't feel like you got shorthanded. You don't feel like that you didn't have an equal opportunity.
No.
What? If you do, bro, how?
I don't feel like
you let somebody speak for you about how you're supposed to think about something.
You don't understand. This is I can be hurt, but this is her. This at the end of the day, she's making the decision that she feels like
I'm
is
not
best
talking
for
about
her.
bro. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you don't feel like you didn't get an equal opportunity because she told you that you didn't understand her lifestyle when you actually do understand her lifestyle.
Do I feel like I didn't get an equal opportunity?
Yes. If she told you don't understand her lifestyle, but you do, you understand it.
He dating, so he already had
Gus.
the opportunity. Now she lying because he understands it, but she's saying he don't.
Gus, Gus,
that's
stop adding
lying.
words
I
to
don't
the
know.
conversation.
I'm so.
No. You answer the question.
Stop adding words to the
You
The
conversation.
question is stupid.
Basically,
That
no,
asking
it's
a stupid
not.
question.
It's
I mean,
not
even though questions aren't stupid, but it's just a question that is like y'all really trying to be mad specific, just trying to get
They want me to say yes.
response from him.
They want me to say yes. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end it on this. So
nah, you're not ending shit,
You're not
bro.
gonna end
You ain't
nothing.
this shit.
bro.
Out of here.
In that shit, Drew. In that shit.
Basically, her ruling
You
out
get your
9 to
wig
5,
braided, you
saying
think
that
you
people are not going to understand her lifestyle doesn't give them the opportunity. Because there is some people out there who work a 9 to 5 that may understand her lifestyle.
let me ask you this, Austin. What if
Yes,
this is
sir.
from personal experience?
Boom,
What
I'll
if she's dated 9 to 5 people and in her experience it doesn't work out because they don't understand her lifestyle?
I
Is
thought
that
we had this
wrong?
conversation before about girls who date guys and they repeat offenders that spoils the bunch. We had this
What?
conversation before.
What you mean it spoils the bunch?
Meaning that just because she dates somebody and had a bad experience doesn't mean that she's gonna date the same type of person and have the same type of experience.
Right, but in life, all you have is your personal experiences. All I need to do is taste. All I need to do is taste something once to know I don't like it.
That all depends
And you
on
ain't gonna never try it
that all
again?
depends on how you perceive
Maybe,
it.
maybe not.
It all depends on how you
Maybe,
perceive
maybe
things.
not.
You-
Look at the
you may
answer.
perceive-
Maybe not.
Yo. Hold on. You may
I'm done.
you may perceive somebody that way and perceive everybody that same way. Doesn't mean everybody's gonna be that same way. That person may be different.
I agree.
But what if she had multiple situations like that? What if it's not one? What if it's 5? What if it's 10? What if it's
Give
10
a human being
guys?
a chance.
If you
with 9 to 5.
if you go to one restaurant and have, let's say you have a burger from a restaurant,
Turkey burger.
whatever.
Facts.
You have it prepared. You don't like the way that restaurant prepared it. So from now on, you telling me that every restaurant you go to, you'll never have another turkey burger again in your life because of the way that one restaurant
What
prepared
if she had
No, we talking about
experiences?
we talking
That's
about.
not-
We're not
I'm-
talking about.
I'm
We're not
asking the
talking about a
question, though.
turkey
I'm
burger.
asking the question. I'm
I'm
asking the
answering
question,
your question.
No, you're
My
not. You're
God.
telling me what we're not talking about. That's what you're telling me.
I'm
You're not
answering your
my
question. When
How are you
you're
answering my
talking about a
question?
turkey burger from different restaurants, when this is more so equated like a flavor of an ice cream that you don't like. I don't like chocolate ice cream no matter what restaurant I'm in.
Did you just take food and compare it to food when I was just talking about food?
Yeah, but it's different.
Wait, what the fuck is going on?
Drew, you lost me. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
Now,
it's
so
different.
We all agree. We all agree that it's wrong to take one experience and based on that experience, look at everything like it's an absolute. Just because a turkey burger, just because a turkey burger is good in one place doesn't mean it's gonna be good in another. True.
All right, man.
But if you, with your own personal experience, have dated something, I had this turkey burger.
Be right back.
Every time I ate a turkey burger, I threw up. I don't like turkey burgers no more. I have the right to say that.
But we talking about somebody dating people who work a 9 to 5. I don't think eating a motherfucking sandwich compares. I just want to say that.
Okay, but let's be more intellectual with it. All right, so if I'm dating somebody with 95 and if I've dated somebody's and they all had 9 to 5s, in each situation, my work schedule was the problem, what am I justified to think that maybe I should be dating people who are entrepreneurs or dating somebody with a flexible schedule? But in this case, let's just say entrepreneurs or boss. Somebody who can control their schedule, do whatever they want when they want to do it. That's the fantasy of entrepreneurs.
All right, from your experiences, you've dated people with, with 9 to 5s, right? Cool. You dated people with 9 to 5s and see that didn't work out. So now you like, all right, let me see if I could try somebody on the same level as myself, which is fine. But once you downplay the 9 to 5ers because you had a bad experience with people who work 9 to 5s, and then you decide to go, all right, I need to be with somebody like myself, that's where the problem comes in. Because now you had to downplay something else in order to be like, you know what, this isn't for me. No, like, oh, you didn't say this isn't for me. Let me go try somebody like myself. You saying, oh, basically downplaying this, oh, this is trash. I need somebody like me.
She didn't say it was trash. She didn't downplay it. Y'all triggered by it. I'm not. I don't think she was downplaying. Y'all saying this, y'all based off of what y'all read. That's y'all opinion. Y'all
It's not what we read, it's what we saw. Body language is everything.
No funny shit. I didn't even know who she was, so I ain't triggered.
I'm not triggered.
I'm not triggered. Like,
okay, well, y'all based off of what y'all read, y'all think she was down.
It's a shallow statement. I heard shallow statements before. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with Austin. That's a shallow statement. I feel like also to do with say entrepreneurs. That's it. Boom. Nobody get it. You just say I want a nigga with money. I ain't judging you. Get your coins.
Yeah, but don't say I don't want a broke nigga. Don't say I don't want a broke nigga. Say I want a nigga with money.
Exactly. Don't say I don't want a nigga that clock in. Oh well, sorry, sis, I clock in.
That's it. But that's fine.
Sometimes you gotta clock in.
That's fine.
No, I mean I don't care. Shit, it's not like I'm looking for. I'm just saying. I feel like there's no need to bring 9-to-5ers up. There was no need for that. Just talk about.
I think people
and then talk about people don't understand her lifestyle. That's where I'm like, yo, like.
I think people would have found fault whether or not she said, "I much rather entrepreneurs." I think people would have still been like, "What's wrong with 9-to-5ers?"
No, because she didn't bring it up.
We'll never know.
If she just,
we'll never know. If she would have just said she want entrepreneurs, she would have just said, "I want entrepreneurs."
Somebody said, if I asked you, "What's your preference?" And you
not
said,
BBWs.
He can't have a 9-to-5. I'm like, damn, what the fuck wrong with people who got 9-to-5? Like you ain't say he gotta be tall. You ain't say none of that. He gotta be a family man.
He can't be short.
You gotta have a 9-to-5.
I can say that it is triggering. I can say that because if it was saying, oh, he can't be black or he can't have.
Now you racist.
You know, if she said, "Oh, you can't be short," niggas that short gonna be like, "Yo, what you mean? Like, what you mean you can't be short?"
I feel like if you short and she tall, like it's
still
not gonna work.
Still.
That's how some
But
people
it's
feel
like,
about 9-to-5 and
guys,
entrepreneurs.
Like, okay.
Or if she said,
guys, that means you don't like. Nobody knows where tall starts in her mind. But he's like, I don't date short guys. I don't want to date a guy who's 5'10" and under. Like that's more like targeted.
Yeah, I can't date nobody that eat pizza. And niggas with pizza who eat pizza gonna be like, yo, what you mean you can't date nobody who eat pizza?
Pepperoni.
All right.
Yo, we just gave a whole show dedicated to Simone. Now let's find out why she famous.
He said, let's find out why. She's famous because of the videos she made on Instagram. That boyfriend. I could never take her videos because the voice that she used annoyed me. Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, she was doing comedy?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
She's on Wild 'N Out.
Definitely hustle. You have to respect it because she's moving on up.
I figured she was on Wild 'N Out.
I respect it. I'm just saying.
She's like a DC Young Fly type.
Just
you know,
she's not. Understand your lifestyle.
What I'm saying, I'm not comparing like funny. I'm just talking about like they both came up off of Instagram. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, social media influencers who basically get their following. They want to basically monetize their following by creating products and
exactly. They created a fan base and then they both ended up on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, that's I ain't gonna make no statements, bro. I'm not even gonna make a statement. I'm not gonna say it.
Hey man.
So this the B Simone episode?
Yeah, apparently it was. We gonna clip a lot of this.
Hey B Simone, listen, I work at 9-to-5, but I'm taking.
He said I'll take it.
I'm taking.
We got 5 minutes left on here.
You disqualified anyway.
I know, right?
You said we got 5 minutes left?
Yeah.
Yo, you mentioned them live, man. This was a very, very serious episode. You guys were yelling and shit.
Niggas was in their feelings.
He said, did you take food and compare it to food when I talked about food? I was like, I was going.
Listen, I was ready to have this conversation. I've been wanting to have this
Facts.
conversation.
We still ain't. Yo, Drew, you want to talk about the dream you had?
Hey,
nah,
yo.
not on live. not on
Hey,
camera.
last nigga that told me that, I ain't never speak to him again. So I'm putting that out there, bro.
Wait, what?
The last nigga who said, yo, I had a dream about you and told me to track him.
Whoa.
I think you told this story.
I did tell y'all this before.
Yeah. Nah, he was on some such shit.
Yeah, facts.
Nah, that dude was a fishy. We ain't on that funny stuff.
But we're gonna leave that there. What's going on?
Let me ask y'all this. What's something that a girl said, like what's something that a girl dubbed you for before? Like you approached a girl and she was like, oh nah, you're this, I can't date you.
Being light skinned.
Being light skinned. How'd you feel?
I was like, what the fuck does that mean? But
you called her shallow?
Yeah, she was shallow.
Anybody else?
Not having a call.
Ooh.
Not having a call, man.
I would say.
Wait. Before you talk,
you can't do that to nobody who live in New York, bro. That's kind of bad.
New York girls do that.
You'd be surprised.
New York girls surprised.
How you a New York girl and then get mad because I don't have a car?
They too good for the train and the buses, man.
They got a car?
To them, the matter don't matter. They not getting on. They want cars.
I'll cut them slack if they got a car. If they got a car, you get a little bit of slack. But if you ain't got no car, you tell a nigga that he gotta have a car?
Exactly.
I mean, if you got a car, what you worried about? Come pick me up.
Nah, but you don't want to pick up. Some females don't want to pick up their dude. They want the dude to pick them up.
I'll just drive your car.
Facts.
Not a big deal.
You have a point. But what if the initial thing is you don't have a car?
I don't think you need a car in New York, but it is good to have one, but you don't need one.
I agree.
What about you, Drew? What happened to you?
Shit.
You was fat?
No, I never really got dubbed for being fat.
Skinny not the way.
What about your baby legs?
No one ever said anything about my baby legs.
This nigga Drew don't get turned down? Is that what you're talking about? You don't get turned down?
No, definitely got turned down. I got turned down before for being too social. She said she couldn't mess with me because I talked to everybody. Like everybody.
That's kind of give a different example, nigga.
I was friendly.
Gus, time check.
We got 2 minutes.
Time check.
2 minutes.
All right.
I can't think. Come on, Kyrie, go ahead.
I got
you don't get turned down
because this girl I was dating got her master's, and because I wasn't going for my master's, she felt like I wasn't on her level. You know,
she's shallow.
Be Simone status. She wanted
she's
to
shallow.
That I had master's degrees and stuff like that, even though I didn't require me to have a master's degree. I wasn't mad. I mean, I was salty. I was like, damn, that's crazy, but it is what it is. We're not together. She ended up blowing up my line, but it is what it is.
Ooh, she came back anyway.
She tried to, but it was a dub after that.
Gus,
what about you?
Tell us how you get turned down.
They'd be like,
I need a nigga with a beard
and a hairline.
That was funny.
I have 4 eyes.
And little.
Yeah, Gus, we got less than a minute. Hurry up.
You got big teeth.
She said that. I remember this night. She said that she had a boyfriend.
What?
Oh my God. You have not been watching your man in them live. I mean,
this nigga, man.
I did get turned. I got clipped for being like I wasn't aggressive or some shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
She told you that?
Yeah, she said because it was a situation where I just didn't vocalize my emotions. I kept it in, and she obviously seen that I felt some type of way about something. So she said because you didn't vocalize and kept it in.
Man, your shit was whacker than mine, bro. You never approached a girl. You never approached a girl, and she just dubs you on the spot because of something.
I can tell you a story.
Yeah, I didn't ask why.
I went to the mall and tried to get this girl number, and she was like, I don't have a cell phone. In front of me, my man, it was like, yo, she said she ain't got a cell phone. She pulled that shit right out. I'm like, you fucking,
Yo.
You just finished watching your man's in them live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
I'm your man's Austin Felix.
I'm your man's Kyrie.
And I'm your man Shakespeare.
This is your man's in them live.
It's your man's in them. It's your man's in them. Ladies, you can pull up, we could talk, give advice. Fellas, we could laugh, we could joke about life. Gus, Shake, Kyrie, Bello.